YouTube, what's going on? Solution for the Solution Kicks back with another live. It's been a long time since I've been on live with y'all, man. And I'm not gonna be on long. It's a Friday night. I know a lot of y'all are busy. I got a little gap time and everything, so I want to be on here all night. Just want to get caught up with y'all. Watch this later is cool. If you jump on with me, that's fine. Y'all know me. I don't have a problem holding it down. Y'all watch this later. It's cool. It does not bother me. This week we had a couple of releases, starting off with that Jordan 12 Indigo, who we got in the building. My dude Rod, I'm glad you're here. Ha! I dropped the video. Okay. Shout out to Rod, man. Can you jump on, Rod? Can you jump on? I'll bring you in, man. I'll bring you in. I'll bring you in. No issues. The quality looks good. They did an update on StreamYard. I'm looking at this right now in my camera. Y'all see my laptop right here. It looks perfect. But Rod, I got you. I knew you were gonna do it. So when I put the little preview out, I had already shot the video. Because I knew you were gonna see that. But yeah, doing this and having solid dudes like Rod makes you want to put videos out and stay in the culture and everything. He's laughing, as y'all can see. But yeah, I actually did not wait and I dropped the video. Okay. I did not wait. So what I did, I copped the shoe, then I shot the video. Like I shot the footage I saw me riding around, dropping the sneakers off and everything. All right, cool. Understand. Grown folk business. But I shot it like the rest of the other part of it was like the next morning and everything. So yeah, this is a dope sneaker, man. A lot of people, it's a polarizing sneaker, by the way. This is a little quick recap and everything. It's a polarizing sneaker. Like I told you, I wasn't paying attention to it. I was like, I'm good. I got a lot of blue and white sneakers. But after looking at it in hand and looking closely, I was like, I like this kind of UNC-ish type thing. But people were really I didn't bring back the Obsidians. That's one thing I'm gonna talk about tonight as we leave the shoe on display is the you're not really elitist, you're just stuck in your ways. That's what you are. All right, OG everything. You got to get the old stuff or you don't want the newer stuff. And the thing about it, the newer stuff is going to become old stuff. Those are the Flint 13s quality wise. These quality wise. My Flint 13s are up here. Evan, I'm going to do a comparison. I'm glad you said that. Somebody asked me about that too. Would you get these or the Flint 13s? Obviously, these are going to be a little easy to get price wise because they're still on shelves some places, but the Flint 13s are pretty much gone. You have to hit the resale market, and you're gonna probably get busted in here. But let me grab those Flint 13s for a second. Stay up there. Yeah. All right. So yeah. Got the Flint 13s right here, y'all. Let me make some space. I was gonna talk about these laces, but let me see what we got right here. All right. I think from the nostalgia aspect, people are going to go with the Flint 13s. I really have been trying to avoid like redundant colorways, and I kind of broke my rule on this because this is kind of similar, if you will, as far as the blue and the whites and stuff. But quality wise, this is pretty much a 13. It's a usual 13, but because it took them so long to bring it back, people are going to be biased towards it. Like I said, I was not checking for this sneaker when it came out. I walked into the ad, after when I was working then doing that little job I had to ride by the outlet and I dropped in and I saw him, got him for the stupid low, wasn't really chasing him around. I was like, what's the big deal? These, on the other hand, little bit more unique because of, you know, the whole coloring thing and stuff like that. But quality wise, I would say better quality than the 12s. That's just me. This is nothing amazing as far as a 13. All right, you got this micro suede on the you know, the midsole part, the usual fabric, perforated fabric right here, and you know, some decent leather on the toe, but nothing insane. Matter of fact, the Carmelo 13s have better leather on this toe box than the Flints. All right, compare them. Even those black and yellow joints, those squealer 12s that they put out. But yeah, let's sit these right here. Um, a lot of people are saying that this is one of the best releases of 2020. I suppose there's a lot of hype behind it. How are we gonna do this? Space wise, let's put them up there. Okay, let's do that. Too high. Let's put the lazy. Sorry about that, y'all. The lazy Susan. All right, shout out to McFly for that. Oh, hey Rod, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. Shout out to Rod for the super chat. Respect, bro. Didn't have anything to say, just wanted to support. I appreciate you, man. No doubt, no doubt. Like I told y'all, it's not that he donates to the channel all the time. It's the fact that he's very active. He enjoys what I do. Even if I don't put the videos out when I buy the sneaker. All right, Kenneth, what's going on, man? Appreciate you for coming through. Devin, thank you, because if I'm spending up towards 250 on a pair of sneakers, I went to the last. My True Blue threes are still going strong, and they're my beaters. And that's what it's all about. Will the sneaker hold up and handle the test of time? I have two sneakers currently falling apart on me, and it's my was it uh what do they call those things, man? I got the Aqua Force 8s. It's a combination of the Air Force One and the Aqua 8s. The sole is coming off of. That's a 10-year-old sneaker. Then I have a 13-year-old sneaker, the oldest sneaker in my collection, which is a nubuck and neon green with gum bottom sole, Air Force One. I got some around the midsole and the upper. That part is separated, which is fixable. Somebody said that's fixable, man. You can get that fixed if you really want to keep the sneaker, you know. But yeah, it's all about will the sneaker hold up. Now, a lot of people, hold on, y'all. Okay. A lot of people have said, hey, those packets to put in my sneakers, I wish I knew which ones had them. I don't have them in all of them. But where I used to live before, that particular room was a little warmer. And I don't know if I said that in that video, which was one of the reasons why I was going with the packets, because I had noticed some yellowing on my Win like 82s. I noticed the sole was turning a little yellow. And my what was the other one? My Barons, the Baron Lows 11s. I knew those were yellowing a little quick, and I sold my City of Flight 9s. I sold those, but that room was a little warmer because the sun hit directly on that side of my house, and it was a little hard to control that room and keep it cool. But where I'm at now, I really don't get too much sunlight. I'm shaded. Um, there's some trees and stuff all around me, and another building and everything. So I really don't catch the sun. And this room is actually the coldest room in my house. So yeah, I don't really have that problem. So the cooler the room, the less deterioration you're going to have, and which is why those of you with those storage units and they on climate control, I wish you the best, man. You have to check on those shoes quite a bit and do some mechanical um, climate controlling so your sneakers don't deteriorate. But the best thing for it, and I know I'm going to sound like a hypocrite, is wear the shoes and get the leather moving and the glue moving. That's the one of the best way. Believe it or not, people are like, well, the shoe's getting beat up, and I know it's hard to break in a shoe or pull out a shoe that you wore. But I will say, hey, what's going on, Johnny J's? What's popping, man? Anybody want to jump in? let me copy it and put it in here if y'all wanna jump in, man. Y'all know me. I hold down the fort. I don't have an issue. You know, hopefully everybody see that. All right. Johnny J's he's on a live that I missed. I used to get on there with them a couple of times, but my evenings have been a little different as of late. But yeah, word to Jumpman Bostic, he and I had that exchange about actually wearing your sneakers help because it gets that glue moving around within the seams and stuff like that, and also the leather being massaged. Shout out to my dude Tony 210 got kicks. Yeah, he uses I think it was mink oil that he put on them. It actually helped a pair of older Air Force Ones I have. I have a pair of unworn because DS really isn't the right term, you all. Um, it's I think it's called Argyle. They're gray and white, the gun bottom Air Force Ones that I bought when I was deployed. I bought them on the camp I was assigned to when I was deployed, and those are from 2010, 2011, I think. Brand new, never worn, but I had a little crack from the leather deteriorating a little bit. But I put that mink oil on there, fixed it. The leather's pliable, so that's another tip right there. Y'all know I'm always trying to drop some science on y'all and stuff like that. Whether you take it or not, take it with a grain of salt, that's fine. But if I know about it, I'm going to share it. I'm all about sharing information because there are three types of people in this world. There are the people who don't care and don't want to know. There's the people that have information and don't want to share it with you because they get to control you. Then there are the people that have the information and will share it if you're willing to listen. And I like to put myself in the aforementioned, the last of the three. All right, take that for what it's worth. Read into it if you may, but that's how I live my life. If I have the information and you're worthy, and I know you're going to do right by the info, I'm going to share it with you. That's how I am. So, yeah. The what's that called? The bio, the Jordan. Rod, we chopped it up about that, man. I'm bad about that. I like to rock a pair and leave them sitting up for at least 7 months. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Shout out to USM C86 for that. He brought up a good point. Rod, now we talked about that Jordan 1. What was that Jordan 1 you mentioned? It comes out on the 4th next week sometime. I was just looking at it, and I'm not sure if we're getting that shoe in my area. I couldn't see it. Maybe I'm not looking through all of the stores, but I did not see that shoe. I didn't see it. I forgot the name of it, but a lot of people aren't checking for that shoe. Some people are, some people not, because it's kind of loud. It's very unique. The color blocking is very unusual. It's going to be a 50-50 shoe as far as people grabbing it because of the look of it. The biohacks, that's what it is. The biohacks. I like it. I like loud sneakers. Y'all seen I got my hands on a pair of Biotechs. Love them. Got a lot of loud sneakers, y'all, in my collection. But back to USM C86. I have sneakers up here that I've yet to wear, sitting directly behind me. Because I changed my mind about the outfit. I'll pull them out, put them. I'm telling you, I'm terrible, y'all. Trust me. Trust me. I'm terrible. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll wear this instead.
It's hot, 74 degrees.
What was it on?
It's 74 in here. That's why I'm about to pass out.
It's good for you.
No,
Builds character. Sorry about that, y'all. We all mess with the climate control in the house. But yeah, I got quite a few sneakers on here. Um, man, love that sneaker. Just got a chance to see it in hand in one of my local stores, a raffle of my Hibbets. I'm at to go for it. I know the Hibbets and City Gear near me may not have. What's going on, Snooch? Hey, for all your screen printing, you know, need something on a shirt, Snooch. All right, I'm all shouting out to people that's got their business going on and everything. Shout out to him. If you need a logo done, he'll point you in the right direction. Well, if you already have your logo prepared, hit him up. I keep getting stuff I don't like. All right. I'm very peculiar about how I want to be represented. Okay. And I've kind of stuck with the X plus Y equals thing because it's iconic now. Like when I'm around San Antonio and I'm in the sneaker store, people automatically know it's me. They're like, "Oh, the solution for kids." They used to seeing that in the videos, that T-shirt. I wore it enough. I wore it to enough shows and everything. People know, and I think I'm just going to get it manipulated a little bit, and go with that. Even when I'm DJing, it works. So I've been straight, man. I'm glad you're doing well. A lot of people been hitting you up. A lot of sneakerheads are using Snooch. That's dope. That's dope. I'm glad to see somebody that had a vision and it's flourished. That's always good stuff, man. It's never want to hate on anybody that's doing something positive. All right. Um, got hit up about something. My videos, I tend to put like messages in it. All right, where it's deeper than sneakers. Always say that. Hey, no problem. No problem. I'm always gonna shout people out that's doing good stuff. Um, I've always put little stuff in my videos. Since I came back, I haven't really done it until my last video. I don't like to be preachy, okay? But if you know my channel and you respond to you go in the comments, you can't curse or use derogatory language. I have so many keywords that you can't use. I pretty much hit the usuals, but you can still write it, but it won't get published. I'll see it where it's a hell for review. And I'm starting to see a lot of I could clearly tell from going from the channels, they're younger and they feel like once you reach a certain age, you shouldn't be doing this. This isn't for you. All right. You should be wearing, Dockers and I don't know, Jordan Monarch. Well, Air Monarchs. You should be wearing that. You shouldn't be doing the sneaker thing. It's for young folk. All right. So if you don't know, I'm a DJ. All right. I was an on-air radio DJ for almost 2 years. I actually have an online radio station of my own now. All right. WTSR, going live 365.com. Nothing but the hits, play a lot of different stuff. But anyway, after being next to the industry, I got to meet a lot of people. Don Smith, can we talk about how the Jordan 1 mids are slowly coming to the forefront? We're going to pause for a second. Right? Don, let me ask you this. How many of my videos have you watched? How did you stumble upon the channel? And I'll answer something for you. All right. So we can have this conversation. Okay. Talk to me. Talk to me before we go into that topic. Everybody else, don't say anything. All right. Cool. Two of my biggest videos that people know me for are based on the Jordan 1 mids. And I asked the question, why do you hate the Jordan 1 mid? All right. They're in the forefront. They started going to the forefront in 2018. Late 2018, around November, there was a Jordan 1 mid that was released. Okay. Cool. I am Mr. Mid-like prices, Don. I have a lot of mids to the point where I've made a lot of money selling my mids because people know I have them. All right. But back to the history of the forefront thing. In 2018, there was a Jordan 1 mid release called the South Beach. It was the South Beach colorway. Close enough, not quite, but people jump on waves. And it really wasn't the name of the shoe that got people's attention. It was the quality. All right. The quality. What's up? My man in toe box, Kicks Griffey. What's going on? It's random, man. I know I should have told you, but the link is in there. If somebody want to jump and scroll up, the link is there. I'll drop it again. Hold on, y'all. If you want to jump on with me. All right. But back to what I was saying before I get derailed, y'all know me. I go down the rabbit holes sometimes. A lot of information flows through here. The Jordan 1 mid special edition, aka South Beach, came out. But really, You got to understand what Nike and Jordan Brand, what they do. There is the key release, which was the Riverwalk Jordan 8, not the South Beach 8 that people wrongly call. It is not the South Beach 8. I wish I could reach it because maybe it's right here. Might be this sneaker right here. Oh, yep. Awesome, because I just had them on. All right. This was wrongfully labeled the South Beach 8. Okay, it's not. It's the Riverwalk 8. The receipt actually says Riverwalk 1 at the San Antonio. What Jordan Brand Nike does is they'll have accompanying sneakers. A lot of those Team Jordans that you see that kind of sort of look like the retro one that comes out, those are the accompanying sneakers. So what they did, and I warned people, I said, hey, the mids are changing, all right? They know people are buying them, but for some reason, well, we know what the reason was people just made fun of them. You know, oh, they broke boy ones. You can't get the OGs. You get those. You know, the colorway is crazy. The leather is trash. That special edition mid is great quality. All right, leather wise, one of the best quality mids that came out. And I told people, I alluded in the video before I dropped my video. I said the mids are coming. Okay, long story short, they are changing the quality of the mids. So in January, dig this, you had the top 3 mid, you had the Laker mid, you had the Pine Green mid, which is probably the best selling one out there. All right, awesome quality on it. Okay, I think there was another. Oh, it really wasn't that. It was the Gym Red mid that came before the South Beach one. I did a video on that and said, why do you hate this shoe? You know, this shoe is exposing like because it was selling out and nobody was saying a word. That mid was selling out. Every time they put it on the shelf, boom, 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 it was gone. I stumbled upon it. Okay. But the mids are here. The quality has gotten better. They still have the regular mid, but if you see special edition on it, normally that leather is great. All right. It might be better than some of the OG highs. All right. So the traction behind it had already started with the Gym Red, and it was proven with the South Beach mid. Then when they released the Fearless pack, it just exposed people. It exposed people. Mids are selling out, but nobody wants to admit to it because they're used to people telling them what to like and what to buy. It's your money. All right. I've said that over and over and over again, and I always depend. Yep, as well. All right. As well. A lot of women love the mid because of the cut. All right. And they talk about how their legs look at it and stuff like that. And a lot of guys are tall, like, I don't like the mids because of that. And, you know, people are out here faking. The Chicago mid that dropped, both pairs, the one with the white heel and the original one that came out, gone. They kept restocking it, gone. Somebody's lying. Appreciate it. My brother, you know you didn't have to do that, man, but I appreciate you. You know, shout out to Kicks Griffin, man. You know, this is, man, I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Thank you. But I wasn't, when I did the video, I wasn't doing it for the views. I was just speaking from the heart because I had a lot of mids. All right. I was rocking them. Nobody was saying a word to me, man, you got mids on, because they wouldn't. Not that I'm super tough, anything like that. But like I told you all, you can have all the limited sneakers you want, but you better know how to dress. Okay. Have a sense of style to yourself. And you see that all the time. Having a bunch of labels splashed across your chest doesn't mean, you know how to dress. It just means that you know how to spend a lot of money on labels. All right. You are a label harlot. Okay. It's your money. Spend it as you spend it. But don't claim that you can dress better than somebody else because it's Supreme all over the body. All right. Or Off-White. Got it? So it wasn't me yelling mid, because I want y'all to watch a video because I'm being provocative. It was because I own mids. Okay. I own mids. I'm actually in the process of selling a lot of my collection because I'm just not wearing them anymore. And I'd rather somebody get the shoe and have an appreciation that I've done well. All right. Yeah, thanks, Rod. I was even surprised when the USA Mid came out and the NC sold out. The Laser Orange sold out. Exactly. People are lying because you look when they start releasing the mids, people automatically jump in and they're still, why did they do that to the mid? They're wasting. They could have put that in OG high. I'm going to tell you all mid you need to look out for. The gold. Remember they had the silver and white one? There's a gold and white one coming, I think, October, right? Trust me, the buzz is there. And you can see it's changing because before when they would talk about a mid-release, nobody would really be positive, all right? All the young kids were riding the wave and stuff. Now it's like, oh, those are fire because they're seeing people are making it more acceptable. You get the Fearless Pack. The Fearless Pack mids, you couldn't get your hands on those. They were selling. They were selling. And if you're into resale, they're going crazy. All right. So back to my premise on the mids. Don't worry about, and this is any shoe, by the way, don't worry about somebody else's opinion because they probably aren't going to buy you anything or even tell you how to get the shoe for the low. Almost every day, not every day, but I'll get a question, via social media. Somebody will ask me, hey, or is this shoe in your area? You had any luck on this and stuff like that? Because they know I stumble upon stuff. All right. I got time to wander around and do stuff like that. People can't buy OG retros; they have no chance. So here's selling for mids. No, it's not that at all. People are seeing that those colorways are appealing. All right, it's not a settling thing, man. I'm telling you, you need to look at how stuff is selling around the country, around the world. Literally, I was like basically racing this Asian lady around all the stores in San Antonio, trying to beat her to those shoes because she was buying up all the 8.5 through 9.5. It was insane. And the OG retros are not created enough for it. Exactly. It's the same stuff. It's the same stuff. If you're like me, I like variety, which is why I have so many different shoes. And I'm like, okay, that's redundant. How many times are you going to release that? Just like I talk about the bloodline. I say, is this too redundant? Had the OG highs not had so many Chicago style colorways, people would have wanted those more. But it was the Defiant Couture, the Defiance, the bloodlines, the high 85, all that stuff was just going over and over and over again. All right. That's all it was doing. It was just like, man, it's almost the same shoe. All right. They're just milking it. So when you go like, I'm gonna get this mid because this is crazy. This color blocking on here is insane. You have to shout it out to them and stuff like that. All right. Then you have the other spectrum to it. It's like, something? These were too limited. I missed out on them. But you know something? I should have got those in the first place. That fits my outfit a little bit better. I'm just trying to chase after the OG releases. All right. The ones that keep bringing back. So what did I have on? Speaking of OG, I had on the Royals, as people like to call them. I had these on today. Not quality-wise, not on the level of the Bread Toes. I'll say that. But a very, very dope shoe that they flipped around 11 times. And that's why when I said that, the color is kind of redundant with the OG highs. A sneaker that I got for the dumb low right here. I'm gonna talk about this for a second because I think Reebok was up to something back in the day, and I just didn't appreciate it. Dag is washing out there. You can't really see the shoe. Hold on for a second. So I gotta do some fake white balance. It's gonna get a little dark, y'all. There we go. All right. Hopefully you can see the shoe. It's not as washed out. Let's get up close. All right, there we go. So we got like we can't say UNC because it's Allen Iverson. All right. I regret buying the blood. Why'd you regret buying the bloodlines? Also regret missing out on the Storm Blues in 2016. All right, so we got these Allen Iverson lows right here. And I think Reebok was trying to compete with Jordan Brand's Jordan 11s with these. And I think because AI is who he was, nobody said a word, man. All right. And they got some exaggerated tumbled leather on here, but this is still a dope shoe. All right. It's Allen Iverson, All right. But I like the shoe, man. I had to get a pair, and I wound up getting these for like $47, man. I had a coupon, and they were already on sale. And I was like, I actually have the top five, the Jadakiss joints, the mids with the reflective toe on it. All right. Yeah. Yeah, the gym reds and not for it's a very redundant color blocking. Like I said, they released too many things in a row for people to really appreciate that sneaker. And it's good quality. It's very good quality in those bloodlines. Shout out to the people that caught them on sale because there were so many of them. But trust me, had they not had all those sneakers released within a month and a few weeks of each other, that sneaker would have been boom, out of there. Out of there. Yeah. I didn't even realize that was him. DJ Dells. What's going on, man? I was just answering people. I answer people. Y'all know me. I jump in. Um, but yeah, you know, it's a dope sneaker, man. It's just I really think Reebok was competing with the Jordan 11 when they dropped these back in the day. Now, looking back at it, I can say it, but it's not hate. It's an appreciation for who AI is, all right, and who he was on the court. So it's still a sneaker I had to have in my collection. I wasn't chasing the other ones, but I do want the Georgetown joints, man. I want those. I do want those. I keep missing out on my size. They had a 10. That's gonna feel. This is a weird cut sneaker, by the way. All right, it's a weird cut sneaker. Yeah, you gotta lace swap the joints, man. But back with the mids, man. It's your money. No, it's your money. You got a lot of mids where the resale value is insane. All right, those Laker mids, a sneaker that's set on military base shelves for a minute, and I just didn't like them. All right, I was like, oh, we put purple laces in it. Ooh, the Laker colorway. And now looking back, I bought like 5 pairs of those things, just driving around San Antonio and getting them. You know, yeah. No, you good, you good. But yeah, like Dell said, man, you know they are dope. They are dope. People get caught up in trends and miss out on a lot of dope kicks. I know you heard the man when it came out. Yeah, when did that come out? You know, so it's really the originality part of you all. Just be you. It's easy to be you. Don't let people really push you into believing that something is not what it is. If they're not going to buy you anything, all right. If no one's going to ship you something like, oh, you don't like that, you know, oh, I don't like those, but guess what? I'm going to send you a pair, so you will like them. All right, nobody's going to do that. Okay, trust me, nobody's going to do that. Most people won't even tell you how to get the sneaker a lot of times. All right, what's your opinion? Oh man, let me back up for a second. How you feel about the Air Force One wave? There's never a wave on Air Force One. I'm from Baltimore. All right, Don, if you go back and check out my last videos, I'm from Baltimore. I know all about the Air Force One. There's not anything you can tell me about the shoe. I know about it. I grew up with it. I've been wearing it forever. Before I got into retro Jordans, matter of fact, before 2014, I was not wearing retro Jordans. I was Air Force One, Air Max, Pumas, you name it. I was like, man, I ain't doing that. You know, it's not a wave. It's really the kids catching on to the shoe. All right. And it's $90. It's affordable. And the cool thing to show you how iconic the Air Force One is, you can't get a discount on it. It never goes on sale. A straight all white, nah, you didn't get that on sale. Right. AI said 11 was his favorite Jordan coming up. That's where he got. Yeah, exactly. It's a mockery, but it's a dope mockery. And trust me, if it was a lesser player, it wouldn't have flew. All right. It wouldn't have flew. You got to listen to some of the stories AI tells about him playing against Mike. Like the first, it's hilarious in how Mike treats him. All right. We know about the crossover and all that stuff, but people forget that won that game and he put some points on him. All right. So, right. Where we at? What's your opinion on Jordan oversaturating the market with a crazy amount of restocks and random colorways and name silhouette? It's greed. All right. Nothing more than greed. There's money to be made. They're going after it. Yeah. All right. That's it. It's money to be made. People going after it. They're going to buy it. They're going to copy it. If you know anything about like trading cards, the more of the shoe that's out there, the less of the value it is, but you still make money. All right. The other part too is that it kind of kills resale at the same time. The resellers aren't going to make any money by the time you talk about fees and all that stuff. And yeah, it's an all white Air Force One is basically like a blank canvas, flat out. If you're somebody that wants to get into customizing and stuff like that, you start with an all white Air Force One because it's not a lot of paneling on it. It's a lot of blank space. It's not a lot of seams and stuff like that because it's a very minimalist, true retro sneaker where they weren't slapping a lot of different straps and padding and stuff like that, and slicing and putting different fabrics and materials on the shoe. So it's a very very customizable sneaker. And you look at it, it really sparked a lot of sneakers. The Dunks, the what is it, the big Nike, the Sky Force, the Delta Force, and stuff like that. Matter of fact, my most coveted sneaker in my collection is this joint right here, y'all. All right, this is a Delta Force. I have a video on how I got this shoe. Is one of the Complex said the sneaker needs to be retro, and that was back in 2015. I think I read this, and they have yet to retro this sneaker. All right, so quick. No, didn't even try. Yeah, if you did, you got it via nefarious means. Sneakers limited, it's numbered. We'll leave it at that. If you got it, maybe you're super lucky. Maybe you got it via nefarious means. I'll leave it at that. But this sneaker, the Nike Delta Force. So there I was, all right, on vacation in Italy, Rome to be exact. And I had wandered off from my group and I found an Athlete's Foot, a very OG iconic sneaker stores. I know there's one in Baltimore, and I think there's one in Atlanta. All right, it might be an outlet store or something. I know a couple people shot videos in there. All right, but I found this and I paid, I want to say something like 80 euros or something like that. If that, 40, 80 euros, somewhere around. I can't remember. But it was a very, very cheap price. And I saw them in the store. I was like, oh man, those are fire. Matter of fact, I have a picture somewhere on my social media. I got an Adidas t-shirt on in this sneaker. Why did you brand mix the solution? What had happened was the group of people I was with, some young ladies that got a little hydrated and wasn't water and spilled some wine on me, on my shirt. So I'm like covered in red and everything, t-shirt white. So I bought this Adidas shirt. It was like the only one that can fit in the little bazaar. Because if you ever been to Europe, their sizes a large might be small. So that's all they had to fit. So there I am, leaning on the Leaning Tower of Pisa, wearing some Nike Delta Force sneakers and an Adidas t-shirt. Yeah, but this is one of my most coveted sneakers right here. So when I got back to my camp, I was deployed at the time. I'm walking up to the gym and I have these on, and I come back and this dude stops me. He sees my sneakers and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing? You need to take those off." I was like, "For what?" I'm not into sneaker collecting at the time like that. I'm not into resale and value. He said, "You know what those are?" And he told me what they were. And I went back to the room. I cleaned them up as best as I could. If you look right here, I don't know if the camera pick it up. See those speckles? That's dirt from Camp Lanier, Djibouti, small country in Africa, on the in the Horn of Africa. That's the dirt that's embedded in that midsole that I cannot get out. Okay, from 2011, July 2011 to be exact. But yeah, I can't get it out. All right. So one of the most coveted pairs of sneakers right there, the Nike Delta Force. And the Air Force One basically kind of inspired a lot of that blocky colorway in sole along with the Jordan 1. So yeah, it's not a wave. If I'm not going to watch the video, yo, I explain it all. I don't drag it out. I hit right to it. I talk about how Nike got a little bit too creative at times, trying to re-energize a sneaker, and it's really a sneaker that you put quality leather on it and have it available. It's going to sell regardless. It's going to stay on the shelf. Nefarious means. Y'all know that's one of my favorite words. You follow the channel. Nefarious means. Okay, it's a sneaker culture. Look, if you make something inaccessible financially to the masses, all right, if you make something inaccessible quantity wise to the masses, you just created another market. Simply put, that's how stuff gets bootlegged. All right, it's not enough for everybody to get it, or the price is out of everyone's range. We are a capitalist democracy, everyone. Understand that. Right? Understand. I'm not going to get into politics in the channel and stuff like that. But yeah, understand how this game works, y'all. Nelly did not make the Air Force One popular. It was already popular along the Mid-Atlantic, okay? From Richmond up to Boston. We were rocking Air Force Ones since 82. You know, rest in peace, Charlie Rudo. All right. Everybody's caught up. Like I said, I appreciate everybody. If you want to jump in, let me know. If you want to hop on the camera with me, chop it up. I know a lot of people, they like to sip adult beverages when they're in their lives. I don't do that anymore. I don't drink anymore, y'all. Nothing wrong with it. All right? I just don't drink anymore. Okay. Just decided now. I wasn't a heavy drinker to start with. All right, it was a lightweight. Okay. I was a lightweight. You know? So oh, hey, shout out to my bro Kix Griffey, man. We have these lengthy needed conversations as connoisseurs, as you know, older dudes in the culture, and as men. And I think you know, the culture is exactly what it should be. People should be able to interact and network and be able to talk about things, and you know, the sneakers kind of build upon that. You know, and I'm blessed to be able to meet this guy, to have met him and have these conversations with him. I'm telling you, we talk for like hours sometimes. It don't feel like it. And he actually inspired me to do some other stuff outside of the sneaker realm. You know, so he's kind of been like my muse indirectly. What's the topic tonight? It's been a little bit of everything. If you scroll, shout out to BX. I'm in the stock room, BX. BX named to set up the stock room. We're sitting here in the stock room, taking inventory. All right. We're doing an audit tonight, BX. All right. Nike Core Visions. Exactly. They just kept remixing that silhouette, that shape of that sneaker. For sure, man. We talked about the mids. You know, everybody want to ask me questions about the mids. I am Mr. Midlife Crisis. We talked about the Indigo 12s, whatever the streets are called. I'm not sure. I've seen a couple of things. Shout out to the dude Lone Wolf. He hit me up about that. I have anything that, yes, I do, but you may have this shoe. I'm actually trying to sell it right now. But if you want this, get with me off the tube. This was a sneaker I bought because I could. Yeah, I would say that. I can't explain it. It's the Couture. All right. Yeah, this one. This is a 10.5. I got it because I could. It's been a stretch for me to wear, but that's what we have for sale tonight here in the stock room. All right, we're back doing sneakers in the stock room, y'all. Pause. But yeah, let me throw those back up there. BX, if you want those, let me know. All right, I'll get them out to you. I told you I'm not a reseller. I don't buy sneakers for the sake of selling. I just have sneakers in my collection that I'm like, I don't wear these anymore, or I never got around to wearing them. Like, I'll let them go. All right, but hit me up. Let me know, And if you want those, if you wanted them or whatever, price would be fair. I don't crack people over the head. That's why I've done well selling my older sneakers. All right. Yeah. Here's one for y'all. All right. The biggest thing I saw was when Kobe died in resale. Yes. I actually have a pair of Kobe Hirachis that I'm not wearing. Somebody wants to buy them right now. All right. They haven't said anything. They inquired about them. They're in great condition. Bought them way back in 2013, 2014 from a store called Shoe City. Pretty big in Baltimore. Pretty big chain. Well, along Baltimore and the DMV. All right. But yeah, people went crazy. I think that's tasteless. When Kobe passed, I completely forgot I had that sneaker until it reminded me I had it. And I was like, oh, I have those. And I was going to wear them. And I set them, I pulled them out because they're in my master bedroom closet. And I got these like opaque shoe boxes, like my replacement shoe boxes that I ordered a long time ago. I pulled them out and they just sat there. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. 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 But yeah, I couldn't bring myself to wearing them. They sat right there in the same spot in my closet for weeks. You know, somebody gave me a non-football question. He must know my team. Cesar Elman, what do you think about the Ravens releasing Earl Thomas? It's a good move. This was a very, very peculiar situation. You never really see players from the same unit fight. You might see, well, you always see an offensive defensive player get into it, a special teams dust up, but you're in the same unit. So what has come out is that Earl never really fit with the team. Earl had said he signed with the team that offered him the most money. And the Ravens, I did say, well, I don't know about that contract. Okay. I don't know about that. I said that. That's a lot of money considering he was coming off an injury. I say last year he looked a little sluggish. This was not the Seattle Earl. He looked a little heavier. He was freelancing too much. He actually cost the Ravens, some moments in some key games because he was doing whatever it is. Now it's known the Ravens defensive coordinator, Wink Martindale, has a very, very complex defensive scheme. Okay, and it's tough. It's tough to master. Players have said that it's a really tough scheme to master, and you got to study. So Chuck Clark had been on the team 2 years prior to Earl, but he was behind Eric Weddle. And then you had Deshaun Elliott, who was no, he was behind Tony Jefferson. You had Deshaun Elliott, who was really good in college, but he kept getting injured. He was behind Eric Weddle. So they say he was one of the smarter defenders on the team, knew the playbook, knew the system. And when Chuck Clark took over the defense, he balled out. He wound up leading the team in tackles, 71 tackles, if I'm not mistaken. And he was calling the defensive plays. He wears the green dot. In the NFL, only one player on offense and one player on defense can communicate with the coaching staff. And it's tough, calling those plays and lining people up in Wink Martindale's system. They said Earl never committed himself. He was missing meetings. He was late for meetings. Wasn't good in the locker room. Got into it with Brandon Williams after the Browns game where he eased up chasing Nick Chubb. So the Ravens had what's called the Players Council. They unanimously said, you're talking about over 53 players saying he needs to go. And this was prior to the incident. Now, people say Chuck Clark overreacted because there's a video clip of him slamming his helmet because Earl blew the coverage, freelancing yet again. He figures I'm Earl Thomas. I'm going to play the Ed Reed role. You're not Ed Reed, okay? You're good. You're not Ed Reed. You can't get away with stuff like Ed Reed because Ed Reed studied film, so he was able to freelance. He knew where people were going. Anyway, Chuck Clark slams his helmet down. So how did everybody see that? During the preseason in camp, you do not release footage of actual plays. It's called install. Okay. The media, no one is supposed to see install. We're actually running plays and how you're scheming against different things because that gets out teams will use that against you and it could cost you a win. All right. So Earl Thomas had posted the clip of the play that led to the fight, and you don't do that. So in his contract, he had a clause that said he could be cut, contract voided for conduct detrimental to the team. So he had the incident with his brother. All right. Him and his brother was out having some fun, and his wife caught him, put the thing to his head. So that happened. He didn't commit any crimes. It just made him look bad. It was a morality issue. I'll say that. So the issues in the locker room, it was just a culmination of things. And the Ravens said, boom, you're out of here. So the Ravens may be on the hook for $10 million, but it looks like they'll win that because the stuff that happened. All right. It said I haven't brought any J since 2014 because of the L's pandemic. I've been on the Air Max train recently. I haven't copped any Air Maxes recently. I like the Galaxy joints that came out. Astros don't deserve that. No, they should take that from them. They cheated. They should take that from them. No fines. Take it from them. Vacate it. They cheated. All right. Anytime that was flat out cheating. I can't believe they just penalized them heartily. All right. They cheated. They should not have that World Series. So let me see. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. In case anybody missed it, that was a good point. Don Smith made a good point about that. Then we had the dude DJ Dells came through for a second. And I was just answering questions. I didn't pay attention to his. Y'all know me. I answer questions, man. I don't get enamored by who pops in a lot of times. No diss to him at all. But he came in and mixed it up with us. That was dope. Not gonna hold y'all tonight, man. All right. Not saying I'm lying to you, but I'm saying I'm not gonna literally hold y'all on this live. It's Friday night. If your cities are open, get out and do some stuff. That's cool. All right. If you want to jump in, let me know. Here is the link. We shall and will add you and chop you up. We appreciate you. Google killed me last time for touching on the state of this country. They literally were trying to kill my channel, y'all. It was mind-boggling. I didn't want to harp on it, man. It shows you the times we live in. I'll say this. If you don't know this, I want you to look it up. As of now, there are between 6 to 9 major corporations that control everything you read, hear, and see. Yeah. Everything you read, hear, and see is controlled by 6 to 9 major corporations. So understand that. All right. Disney owns so much stuff. It's ridiculous. That's why you can't pick and choose your cable channels. You can't a la carte your cable channels because, you got basically 6 corporations that own everything. I get the Astros hate, but I got sick with my team. But believe me, I ain't happy about it. I mean, you don't. If you know your team didn't do it the right way, it's hard to support it. It really is. It's hard to support it. I like clean wins. It's like track and field. I'm a track and field guy. That's my love as far as sports. Football, love football. But as far as passion, I love track and field. And I don't like to, find out that some of the greatest runners had tainted their legacy. And there's conspiracy theories about some of the legends out there, like Carl Lewis, um, Michael Johnson, people never getting caught, stuff like that. There's allegations about Usain Bolt, you know, just nothing's proven. All right. But I remember, what's her name? Because I just watched it. Marion Jones. When I was in high school, I remember seeing her at Penn Relays as a senior, and she was running then. Then I saw her like on the national level after she left UNC, and she had went from being a good high schooler to like they're going phenomenal. That doesn't happen in track and field. It takes time to build up. All right, there's no meteoric rise. Once you see that, they should start testing you right away. This is like the NFL. Watch when your favorite players have like an amazing game, they get tested every time. Yeah, that's my team. The Ravens are my team. I'm from Baltimore originally. You'll never see me cheer for another team. Um, but yeah, you see these major runners, their legacies get tainted because they weren't doing the right thing. I mean, if you wore some spikes that gave you an advantage or something like that, I'm kind of like, ah. But when you were injecting your body with something or ingesting or inhaling or whatever it was, and that gave no, I don't like that. I don't like that. So Marion Jones, Washington High School, good runner, college, good runner, pro level, boom. And I remember talking to my high school coach. I was like, I don't think she's clean. I don't think she's, and sure enough, she wasn't. She wasn't. So the part that I have a problem with when it comes to that is, and this is harsh, man. If you don't watch the Olympics and the World Championships on the relays, okay, it usually takes about 8 to 9 runners to get that team in the finals. Okay. And a mixture of those 8 or 9 runners will run from the qualification rounds, and you'll see like the power team in the final. So the problem with that is that chemistry's off. A lot of these guys have not ran and meet together until then. So you always see the USA is like if they botch a handoff, they lose unless Jamaica's on it or something like that. Because they did beat Jamaica with Usain Bolt a couple of times. It's just bad handoffs. All right. That's what it's all about. It's maximizing the speed as you flow through the zone to the baton exchange. All right. You don't want to run up somebody's back. You want full exchange, palm out, grab it, go. You don't want to be doing this. All right. Or this, getting it like that. So if a runner was found to have tested positive for a banned substance and they were part of the relay squad, which means that 8 or 9 runners that got them to the final and they medal, all 8 or 9 of those runners lose that medal. And that's what happened to Michael Johnson. I think it was Antonio Pettigrew, who was a coach at St. Augustine, if I'm not mistaken. He had tested positive, and I think it was the 2096 team or something, 4x4, and they had to vacate their medal. That's harsh. It's messed up, but they say, hey, you wouldn't have got there unless this guy had done those things. That's hard, man. To hand back your medal. All right. And everybody moves up. But yeah, there's talks of bringing in other back to the Ravens thing with Earl Thomas. Um, People want other veterans to come in. I say no. You got 2 guys that have been in the system for what? Go with the youth movement. That was a problem with the Ravens. They had Joe Flacco's contract, and it was costing them so much. They couldn't really sign any younger big name players because they had that cap hit of $20 million every year with Joe Flacco. So once they got rid of Joe, you got the best quarterback in the league on a rookie deal. You can free up some money. You can get some of those big name players, but you get those guys young, let them play into contracts, and The free agency market dictates versus your salary cap availability. That's how it works in the NFL. You know, it's not a perfect system, but it's a fair system. All right, it's a fair system. If your accounting is good, you can wheel and deal some things. Sometimes players take what's called a team friendly deal because they want to stay and win with that squad. You know, there's personal reasons they want to stay in the area. That's that. All right. But December is all big time in the sneaker game. You know, you got that second week of December release that everyone tends to look forward to. And you know, it's always some 11. That 11 comes the 25th anniversary, Jordan 11. I'm not feeling that, y'all. I'm not excited about that at all. Um, it just I don't like that Jordan on the lace loops. They could have done without that. But I guess they figured, oh, big deal. You put a silver Jumpman on it and silver 2-3 or whatever. A little silver one. It's not enough. Add some flair to it. I think that Jordan on the lace loops takes away from the aesthetic of the 11. Now, truth be told, I like 11s. All right. The true OG 11s aren't very comfortable. You gotta remember, this is like, you know, early 90s cushioning technology. I'm like, man, he hooped in these things. I like cushion. When you get older, you respect a comfortable shoe. Trust me. But when I wear my Win Like 82s, I'm like, man, it's a dope sneaker, but my feet hurt. All right. The Bread 11s that came out last year are a little bit more comfortable. I put better cushion in those. The Concords, not very comfortable. I got the Prom Nights a little bit more comfortable because that's not a true retro OG. What else I got up there? The Barons aren't so bad. And I can't remember what else I got. The Cool Gray Lows, that's another one that's not a true OG. Those are a little bit more comfortable, so I think the cushioning is different. The Royal 13s, yeah, I like those. All right, that's a good. If you got, I mean, Jordan Brand sneaky, man. They watch us. It's like, is this the sneaker right here? I like doing this, y'all, man. Nah, this ain't it. These are the cements. I just kind of dig in it. Nope. Not those. I think it's a sneaker sitting right here. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Aha. And I do have the counterpart. You know, when they do stuff like this, you're getting the opposite eventually at some point because people are going to ask for it. This looks weird as all get out. Man, I should have set up all my lights because this is weird, man. You know, the flight suit reds, of course, they came out with the blue suedes. Yeah. You know it's coming. And I said it. They're going to come out with a blue pair. Just like you got the Flu Game 12s, they got the blue games. All right, it's coming out. It's basically, yeah, it is. But it's a clean sneaker. They put the 3M on, so they got me already. They got me. All right. Another sneaker I'm waiting on is the Court Purple 12. I passed on those black and gold joints. I didn't want those. I got the Carmelos. That's enough of that colorway for me. But I got to get that purple joint, man. Yeah. You know what's coming. And what's crazy is that these were a massive GR, but people copped them. People copped them. I don't know where those blue joints. They're on here somewhere. All right, but I got them. People copped them, man. They actually were selling quite a bit. I don't label my sneakers. I just look at the tag on the box. And let's talk about this one. This is the Satin 5. Had this sneaker been limited, y'all would have ate this shoe up. But the fact that it was available, but it's a bread-esque. All right, this is the closest you probably gonna get to a bread in the 5. You know, y'all didn't like this. This shoe hung around for a bit. It was an outlet, all pro. You know, it made the outlet all-star team. You know, as an icon like this. But I will say, satin sneakers, they're going to crease. All right, it's a cool concept. But if these were limited, y'all would have ate these up because remember the Jordan ones like that and the Royal ones like that cost a pretty penny now. And these didn't do that. Look, these I haven't worn these yet. I get to them. All right, not gonna sell them. Not gonna sell them. Yeah, not gonna sell them. Looks like the top 3 close to it. Yeah. Oh, we gone over an hour, y'all. We gone over an hour. All right, gone over an hour. I need to put some of these shoes back too. I know me. Get off a live, and I got stuff all over the place. We get to talking, I get to snatching stuff, going in the closets and everything. People ask me questions, and I like to prove a point, grabbing shoes and carrying on. Here we go. This might be the last thing we talk about. Hey, my dude Kicks Griffey and I, if you follow us on IG, we got a little battle going on. We lace swap battle, y'all. And we've been a little quiet because grown man business and stuff like that. But we lace swap battle. So we talk a little smack and everything. And what it's done is actually made me wear some of my sneakers I wasn't wearing. And he'll come in with some super classy, fancy, smancy leather and apps and stuff on there. And I don't really do that. I just swap it out with some crazy colors. But if you're wondering where I'm getting the laces from is eBay. I think this whole pack right here, and I've already used like 3 or 4. I think there's a pack of 16 or something, I think. Maybe more. The pack of 16. I think I've used maybe 3 out of here for like $8 or something, I think it was. Then I got some more. I got some wider laces over here. So what I'll do, some days in board. I'm retired, y'all. I'm just home chilling. I've been home chilling longer than people have been quarantined. But how can I get that off here? Oh, there we go. All right. So I'll just sit there sometimes and I'll go through the collection and I'm like, all right, I can swap these out with this. So it turned into a competition between him and I. And it sounds like we're being really rough on each other, but we're not. And what's funny about the competition is like we'll warn each other. So get yourself together. And the reason why we warn each other is because we want each other to bring out the best. All right. Come with some heat if you're gonna do some lace swapping. So I got ammo for days. This is like his first time seeing this with all these laces right here. And I'm telling you, sometimes you'll be on the fence about a sneaker you got, like, man, I should sell this. But they didn't come with the extra laces, and you'll wind up throwing, some different color laces in there. Like, oh, these are dope. I like these now. All right, I like these. Matter of fact, did I lace swap these? Oh, I'm about to. I wore these already, and I'm pondering a lace swap on here, but I thought I had this like aqua. I don't know what they're calling this color right here. Emerald black. All right, I guess they're calling this emerald. All right, doesn't look quite emerald to me, but I was looking at some different colors that I have in here, and none of these close enough to it. you know. But I don't want to put another purple lace in here. I said I didn't want to do that, even though it's going to pop a little bit because of the lace lock. I said, no, I'm not going to put a purple lace in here. Even that's a different color purple, y'all. It looks blue. The shoe looks blue on my camera, but y'all know it's the Great Fives, the ultimate Great Fives. Yeah, so I was looking at that. That's close, but not quite close enough for me. So I was going through all the laces doing that, and I just left it alone. I left it alone. That's not close enough. It looks close to you all when I'm looking on my screen, but not close enough. All right, so I've left this shoe alone because I'm like, you know, and I don't like lacing sneakers up unless I know I'm going to wear it. So that's what I said. A lot of times when I lace swap, it makes me wear the sneaker. You know, it makes me wear the sneaker. That's the cool thing about it. I don't let the sneaker sit any longer. Excuse me. Put these back in here. All right. It forces me to wear the sneaker. That's what I like about lace swapping. But and obviously, y'all, I got a lot of work to do. Just to warn you, I did not worn my infrared sixes. Okay. And I got an idea from somebody. Yeah, here we go. I got my last red pair right here. I'm going to put red laces in my infrared sixes. You heard it first. I saw somebody do it. It looked fire. I'm giving somebody their props, man. It wasn't my idea. I saw them do it. It looked dope. I liked it. It was just popping, man. It's popping. So, you know, in summation, before we wrap this up and everything, all right, I appreciate you all jumping on with me, spending your Friday evening. Glad you came out. You can be anywhere else, but you chose to be here with me. All right, and I appreciate that. You know, appreciate it. And I do vow to bring y'all more content. I'm working on something right now, man. I'm taking it back to the essence because somebody made me think about something when I did my Air Force One video. See, the beautiful thing, back to this ageism thing I was talking about, is that when you've been around for a while, you can tell the history of stuff because you lived it. All right, you didn't hear about it, you didn't read about it, you heard about it, man. You know, well, you know the 2019 infrared sixes. It's not really infrared. It's like red. All right. The other version, I think, what was it, 2015, 2014 version? Those are more infrared than the ones that came out last year. That's why I was like, oh, that looks cool, you know. But you know, when you've been around for a minute, you've lived and you've seen some things, so you get to talk about it. So what I'm going to do is start doing like some historical stuff, man, because I told you, you're going to get old, all right. And the great thing about getting old is that you could talk about it. You lived it, and you're like, dang, man, I wish so and so was around. You want to grow older. You want to get this gray hair. You know, hopefully keep your hair. If you don't, cool. You got your health. You got your life and everything. All right. Just shave it off. Don't pull a LeBron. Just shave it off, y'all. But if RP Chadwick Boseman, hold up, 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 hold up. Let me look this up, man. Let me look this up. That isn't. It's true. On. Man. Oh yeah, colon cancer. Wow. Wow. Man. Um All right, y'all. I'm 44. Okay, and that's why I paused for a second, and I was talking about um, growing older. Okay, I'm still very young, relatively speaking. And when I said in my last video, I have a unique story. I do. Okay, I do. If you watch the videos, I kind of glance across some stuff, but to be able to be here and tell you things and sit down and talk with a yeah um a younger generation and say this is how it was. All right. So to quote Jay-Z, he said, Hove did that. So hopefully you won't have to go through that. So I'd like to say he was speaking to people. I use it from a youth versus um, an older person. Nobody's saying bow down, kiss the ring because I'm older than you. All right. We know respect is given. Okay. And respect is knowledge is also acknowledged. All right, based upon how you carry yourself, your character and stuff like that. All right, we know a lot of the younger generation is strapped with the sense of entitlement thing. Whether you taking part to espouse the truth in that via other people how they feel about that, or you taking the time to dismantle and say no, I don't feel entitled. I work hard for everything like that. I don't expect anything to be given to me. Um, yeah, you wanna grow older, y'all. Trust me. I'm 44. I'm retired. I wake up in the morning and I pretty much decide what I won't do and what I will do. All right. Nobody tells me what to do. I don't have to clock in. I don't have to do any of that stuff unless I choose to. Okay. So there's a way to do that, and there's a way to do other things too if you don't decide to do the things I've done. All right. So I have videos on here where I am, dropping some knowledge and stuff like that. But I don't want to be preachy. But if you want to know, I can sit down and talk to you about some things. But for those who are spiritual religious, in regards to say, oh, you're blessed. Yeah. Um, it's not about stuff. Don't say you're blessed because you have stuff. All right, say you're blessed because you're in good health and you're surrounded by your loved ones and your mental state is good, your health is good, your people around you are good. All right, your energy is good. That's blessed. All right, if you're going to use those terms. All right, it's not about what you got and this stuff or your car and things like that. It's like, I'm blessed. No, it's the people in your state. All right, your state of being that's blessed. So I would say, yeah, I'm fortunate. I'm very fortunate. If I look back at a couple of things in my path up to 44, there's a couple of times where I shouldn't be here. Okay. So blessed slash fortunate with that. Okay. In some of those situations, I did what I was supposed to do. So I would be able to have that conversation with you all. But colon cancer, I mean, you can't prevent some things. Some things are hereditary. And you look at it at the pinnacle of his career, a lot of his body of work is impressive. We know him from Black Panther, but 43, when he played Jackie Robinson, he played in a, a myriad of other movies, notable roles. And to say he was a year younger than me, wow. I'm not even thinking about that Black Panther. I'm thinking like he's a few months behind me, colon cancer. So with that being said, get yourself checked out, y'all. Trust me, take your health serious. You can't keep putting garbage in and expect to get performance out. That's not saying that's what happened to Chadwick. Okay, but watch what you eat. That's why I say I don't drink and all this stuff. You got to be aware of your fragility and your immortality. You're not going to live forever. All right, 20 somethings, teenagers, if you're on here, you're not going to live forever. All right, you see a lot of people on your channels smoking like it's cool and stuff like that. Oh, it's natural. It's smoke. Okay, it's not natural. All right, you're a human. You're not designed to inhale smoke. All right. yeah, it's amazing that he was going through that 4 years, and he wasn't in this, he wasn't in the spotlight a lot, you know, and it's kind of you look back, the very humble, very soft spoken and stuff like that. So I like to say that the times recently I've seen him, he knew, you know, he knew. I mean, he was never a rowdy guy anyway, not a lot of energy and stuff like that. Just very easygoing. And he killed the character in Black Panther, T'Challa, so wow. We lost the young, you look at the actor part of it and stuff like that. We look at you. We lost a young man, okay? A young man. Um, I talked about the other day on another platform. I've had quite a few of my classmates pass away, we're in our early, mid 40s. Was young. Um, just had one pass the other day. And we don't know what his exact cause of death is. But, being my age and seeing somebody, go through that, it makes you pay attention. I pay attention to my health, y'all. And I beat my body up for 20 years. And I'm fortunate enough where I get paid for that. But I knew at year 20 it was time. I had a young heart to think about. I wanted to be able to enjoy, her and her youthfulness, and I wanted to go on in my life and do things. Right? Yeah, the James Brown movie, definitely. I like the videos. Thank you. Recently just got the Air Jordan 1, Black Toe, Red and Black. Just watch your two videos on the mids. The ones, haha, wonder if you experience with size in the mids. Um, I don't see any difference with the toe box with the mids personally. I've never had to adjust. I'm always a 9, 9.5. It's just a matter of preference with the shoe. I want a snugger fit, or do I want a little bit more, wiggle room? But 9, 9.5, I do that with my Air Force Ones. Well, excuse me, my Air Jordan Ones. Um, some fours I can drop down to 8.5, no issues. Yeah, I haven't had any issues at all. But thanks for watching those. All right. A lot of people catch my later videos in the mid video. One of the mid videos becomes like the best. When you edit your videos on YouTube, when you upload, excuse me, it'll say select the best video for the viewer. It's one of my mid videos comes up because people watch those more. That's where I'm making my money, obviously. Um, but yeah, I'm blown away by that. I am. But we're approaching that 90-minute mark, y'all. I said an hour, but when people jump on, you want to interact with them. So shout out to everybody that's came on recently. Um, she makes that back. Oh, okay. All right. Interesting name. We're gonna leave that alone. All right. Yeah, a lot of people hit me up about that now. A lot of people hit me up about that. Yeah, a lot of people hit me up about that. But hey, y'all, be safe. And like I always tell people, be a good human. And that takes care of so much stuff. All right. When you start, I'm about to preach for a second. When you start finding affiliations and a caste and class system to define who you are, that's when we have problems. I just told my daughter the other day, children are pure until we tamper with them. Think about that for a second. Children are the purest humans out there. All right. Until we tamper with them. So think about what you're teaching your kids. All right. But like I always say, human, and it's not about how much you pay for the sneaker, is why you pay that much. And rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. We lost an amazing talent, a young man, and you will be remembered because your body of work says something. Before I got here, the thing I remember most about Chadwick Boseman, I want y'all to look this up, is his speech that he gave at Howard University. He's a alum of Howard University. Shout out to the HBCUs. I went to Coppin State College, now Coppin State University. Very powerful speech. All right. I remember that more so than, a lot of his movies, because it was an amazing speech. And it was after he had did Black Panther. But I'm out here, y'all. Take care of each other and take care of yourself. Boom.